Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel and or podcast or wherever you might be watching this from or listening from. My name is Jen, and I'm here again with Mindful Insights. If you would like to go and check out the website, that's at innerworkcoaching.life. And today, I just kind of got struck with this idea, so I decided to make another video just because I want to talk about getting to truly know who you are. Because there was a long time where I thought I knew who I was, but I really had no idea. But I didn't know I had no idea, so I thought I knew who I was. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So once I started to really make an effort and make it a point to understand who I am, which is not what you're doing with your life or the projects that you have or the people that you talk to. Who you are goes way deeper than that. And who you are really, truly underneath all of the programming and ego and things that we have been taught through our experiences, because that conditioning affects everything. But once you start to really get to know yourself and know yourself deep down, understand your belief systems, what you really believe, right? So the way I began doing this was anytime in the moment something was emotionally triggering for me, either I would look at it in the moment and say, okay, why is this happening? Why is this coming up? What could this possibly be from? Why am I being reactive, right? That's a huge one, because if you're reactive, then that's a trigger. That's a sign that it's a trigger. So starting to understand who you are, really are, deep down, involves really understanding your beliefs. And for me, personally, I don't know, I don't really like to get things too complicated, if that makes sense. So when I started really learning about what I believe and what I stand for and what resonates for me on the inside, which it's not going to be the same for everyone. However, when I started shifting my focus to looking at things from a perspective of love, of unconditional love, and really making sure that I'm not doing anything that comes from a place that is not loving, right? So I've caught myself, for example, doing things or saying things to try to get other people to do or say certain things, which is controlling, which is not from a place of love, right? Does that make sense? So there's layers also. There's layers of discovery. So when you start really looking at what you believe in, and for me, the big focus was unconditional love. You know what I mean? That was just because I had no idea what real love looked like. I had no clue what real love looked like. All I knew was the distortion of love that is emotionally manipulative and abusive. And so I didn't really understand that I was attracting what I thought was love because that's all I knew, but it really wasn't real love. So when you start loving yourself, when you start really getting to know who you are and accepting who you are, because these are all steps in the process, then you can really know who you are and you can know exactly what you stand for. And no matter what you are experiencing in the moment, you will know how to behave based on your core beliefs rather than just acting out of, emotional reaction or responding the same way that you've always responded or something like that. So I hope this all makes sense to you guys. It kind of strikes me because there's so many of us that we think that who we are is what we do. We think that who we are is the amount of money we have, or the clothes we wear, or our style, or our creativity, or, whatever it is. Now, while these are all aspects of us, we have the power to change and evolve and grow any one of those things. And we also have the power to ignore those things and choose not to pay attention to them, which a lot of us do, especially for good positive, expressive, creative things. How many times have you given up something because the person that you were with didn't want you doing that anymore? You know, like they knew that that was your thing. That was a thing that you've done for years or whatever. But then either they straight out tell you, I don't like you doing that, so stop. Or they make underhanded and, you know, whatever kind of snarky commentary. This happened to me with my ex-husband and my music, because I used to play the piano. I used to play the keyboard all the time. I was obsessed with music. That was, you know, that's a big part of the reason why I'm songwriting again now, because I miss it so much. It was like a huge joy bringer for me. So if there's anything that you've given up or sacrificed for a relationship that you do that helped you maintain your own happiness, this is a way of breaking you down into being more easy to control. The only people who will ever tell you to stop doing something like that are the people who want to control your time and your happiness. And that's not real love. You know what I mean? That's not authentic. It really isn't. It's a distortion of it. Because I realized upon looking back that nothing really bothers me. If someone was doing something, you know, say for example, someone that I was dating likes to go laser tagging, you know, on like a weekly or monthly basis or whatever. And then all of a sudden I turn into bitch face and say, no, you're not allowed anymore because I say so. What is that? You know what I mean? Like, I understand that there are exceptions to the rules also. So I'm not saying all, you know, situations are the same or anything. They happen on a spectrum. However, the sacrifice for a relationship, right, that's not what they're talking about. They're not talking about you have to give up shit that you love in order to have your relationship. You have to pick one or the other. You can have love and everything else too if it's a healthy relationship. So, all right, I think I'm going to end this here. I think I've made my point, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, this just kind of popped into my head today, and I really want to talk about it because there are so many subtleties and levels of discernment that people need to learn about. And if anybody's like me and had no fucking understanding of their emotions, you know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't understand. And I had a pretty good grasp. I was able to express myself, but I didn't understand myself, if that makes sense. So I have like all this poetry, books upon books upon books of poetry from when I was a teenager trying to figure myself out. Why do I feel so horrible? What's wrong with my life? What's wrong with me? Why am I not happy? What am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? And the whole time come to find out that all I knew throughout my life was manipulation and gaslighting and spiritual abuse and emotional manipulation and all sorts of stuff like that. So waking up, right, whatever that means to you, waking up is just understanding something in a completely different way that you thought you knew 100%. Something that was your reality. You know this is real. You know this is this. And then all of a sudden you find out otherwise. And I hear this can happen with pretty much anything. So don't freak out. It's going to be okay. Because no matter what it is, all the pain leads to the light on the other side. Said I was going to end this, so I'm going to do a quote. I don't know if you guys know who Imagine Dragons is, probably, but they have that one song out, and one of the lyrics says, "The path to heaven runs through miles of clouded hell." And this is to me, this is a metaphor for our states of consciousness, because really we have to go through all of our emotional crap, all of the junk that we're holding on to, and just let it go. And that's how we wake up. And that's hard. It's a lot easier said than done. But that brings me to the outro, which will be, hi, I do one-on-one coaching. So if you're, you know, in need of any kind of help or guidance, or you just want to chat, I also do micro coaching. So if you just want to ask a question, you can find me on Fiverr and do that for like $5. Um, I really just want to help everybody grow and evolve and change their lives, because I'm in the process of doing that myself, and it is so beautiful. And there's so much like negative shit that I could be focused on. However, the parts that really matter, all the things that really matter, are falling into place, and everything's kind of coming together into one direction, if that makes sense. So as you go through this process, and as you go through your miles of clouded hell, keep in mind that it's going to be over soon. You're going to survive it, and you're going to be way stronger afterwards. So I hope this helps. I hope that you guys are also having a really good day and a good Monday. Mondays are kind of, iffy for some people, but I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys today, and I may or may not publish this. I don't know, but we'll see. I hope you're having a great one. All right. Thanks so much. Mwah. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. No matter where you are on your journey, please take good care of yourself from within on all levels. If you'd like more guidance, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit www.innerworkcoaching.life for more content or to apply for one-on-one coaching. With unconditional love and light, I wish you an amazing week, and I hope to see you again for my next video. Namaste.